Hey friends, Charles from the Gentleman's Journey here. Guys, come along with me as I hike deep into the Alabama forest and do a solo overnighter with my dog. Well friends, we are back on adventure and I'm excited for this one. We are backpacking way into the forest down here in Alabama, so come along for the journey. Back by popular demand is Walter. You guys didn't think I would leave him, did you? Now don't forget, on these trips I'm backpacking way in, so I have to have enough food and water for both of us. But I'll tell you what, there's a couple ponds I think he's gonna be able to drink from and a creek, so let him stop along the way, but you're gonna see much of Walter in this video. So friends, we actually came from the open pond recreational area and we are going to go this way. This is our first little turn. There's only one option on this whole loop. We're headed down the Canooch Trail on Blue Spring South Loop. All right, check it out friends. We made it to our first mile, so it's been a really good trail so far. I've seen one gentleman out here just on a day hike and everything's marked clearly. Walter and I are doing very good. Well friends, we started descending pretty rapidly, and you know what they say, what goes up has to go down. Well, what goes down probably has to go up. Let me know in the comments, do you guys like hiking downhill or uphill better? Well, Walter got tired and wanted to take advantage of the little benches they leave for people. Come on, Walter. Jeez, Walter. You're laying down in the water? You're laying down in the water, buddy? Is that... Well, I'm gonna let Walter just do his thing. He's cooling off and I kind of want to jump in there too, but I don't think I'm going to this time. All right, friends, 2 miles in and we are still doing good. Walter's got a bunch of opportunities to get water and I am going to try to make camp somewhere around like the 5 mile area because I think it's gonna be 7 miles overall. So I don't want to camp with, you know, 4 miles to go in the morning. I kind of want to wake up and maybe do a mile or two and then get back because we got to get out of here in the morning, headed towards New Orleans. You know, every time I'm hiking back here I come across all these forest roads and it just makes the guy wonder how nice it would be to see all this from a four-wheeler. There's also a lot of equestrian trails out here, so you'll see horseback riders pretty often, and I think again, how fun would that be to be back here on horseback? I've done some horseback riding in Colorado and I'll tell you what, that is really fun. But Walter and I are having a blast today. I've actually already transitioned through 5 or 6 different landscapes. Now right now we're down kind of lower elevation again. I was up top for a minute with no trees at all and it was just, the sun was coming down like you wouldn't believe. But this has kind of a cool vibe to it. If there wasn't a trail, you could get lost because it all just kind of looks the same. Another Forest Service road. Again, this is kind of strange to me because I'm used to hiking in Colorado, Washington, Idaho, Montana, places like that where when you set off on a trail, you go up into the mountains and there's no way to have a road back to some of the places I usually go. Check it out, friends. I did not think that this river was gonna be that good. You could kayak, you could canoe, take a little floaty down that river. Man, that thing is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So friends, I came down to another spot over here by the water. Guys, I did let Walter run through there a little bit, but friends, there are water moccasin snakes here and other stuff that I'm not familiar with. Walter's still a puppy, so got to keep a close eye on him and make sure that he's not messing with any of these snakes out here. There are also rattlesnakes here. We just got back from the rattlesnake rodeo and they said that the most snake bite victims that you see in the hospitals are actually from the copperheads. So all kinds of stuff out here trying to mess with us, but we don't want to mess with them. So tonight we're not sleeping under the tarp like last week, but we have the little Nemo 2-person tent, and it zips up tight, and I'm kind of happy about that. Check it out, friends. Let's see. I bet Walter's not gonna take the board. Geez, maybe I shouldn't take the board. What are you gonna do, Walter? Nope. Well, friends, that's the last bit of the river that we're going to be seeing as we make our way back towards the campground. We're going to go pick out our own little campsite tonight. Whoa, check out this awesome bridge back here, guys. Definitely probably use some kind of four-wheeler or something to get this thing in here. This is awesome. What do you think, Walter? So just past that bridge, we hit our 3-mile mark. If you go this way, it lets out to another parking lot, and this is our trail going this way. Well, friends, disregard everything I just said about back there because that was the wrong way. This is a little section of the trail that goes to that parking lot. All of that area lands you at the parking lot. Right here, I was supposed to make a left turn. So I think we're back on track, friends. Come on, buddy. All right, here we are. So something I don't know if I've talked to you guys a lot about, that I have some survival, wildland firefighting, and search and rescue training. And one of the things that's brought up a lot is maps and redundancies. So when you set off on somewhere like this, make sure to the best of your ability that you have maps, compasses, all the navigational skills, and that you know how to use them. And so it's okay to get off a little bit. Because I'm looking and checking maps, I actually knew I was off. So that's the cool thing. You feel confident and you feel good. At those times where it should start feeling awkward and uncomfortable, you actually feel pretty good, because that's an indication that something's wrong. And what I mean by that is I hit the parking lot and that was something that was wrong. So I knew there was a parking lot out that way. I hit it pretty quickly and knew I shouldn't be at the parking lot. So you have these different guide markers, boundary limits, if you will, and then you can get right back on track. So right here, friends, you can see I'm supposed to do this horseshoe loop, and there's a parking lot, and then I come back across the forest road. And what do you know, we're back here at a forest road, and I can see an intersection there with even a stop sign, and that's going to show up as well. There it is, friends, 4 miles in, and we are doing very well, Walter and I. So we're just trucking along. Before you know it, we're going to be looking for that place to set up camp. I just got done taking a break, getting me and Walter some water. There's no more creeks so far over here. There's going to be some more up this way, but I think if I was hiking a lot like this, guys, I'm probably going to get some kind of fanny pack that can have a water bottle or two on me, because for the life of me, I just can't reach back to get my Nalgene bottles, and this pack is really heavy, so taking it on and off is not ideal, but I definitely want to stay hydrated and keep the dog hydrated. So just something to think about. What'd you find, buddy? Cool little trail. And by the way, friends, this is what a good forest looks like. So a fire just came through here, and friends, all these trees survived with no dramas, because there's not a lot on the floor to really ignite and get too hot and actually catch these trees on fire. There is mile number 5. Guys, we are getting closer and closer. I was looking at the map, and there's a pond that's not too far from where I'm actually camped at with my camper. I think we're gonna aim for that. My feet are starting to feel it. If you guys have been coming around the channel for a while, you know I review boots. These are some Jim Green Chelsea boots. Now these have a really wide toe box, and that makes them really comfortable, but I'm not convinced they're the right hiking boots for me, Again, we're 5 miles in, and I feel like my feet can just move around a little too much, so I'm afraid I'm probably gonna have some blisters from this trip. This looks a lot like the bridge that we crossed earlier. Looks like there's 2 of these type of bridges out here. Check it out, friends. I'm pretty sure that's an armadillo. It just looks so wild. Huh. Well, we came back around to another crossroads. So we have the open pond rec area and then Blue Springs that direction. Here's this little pond. I thought I was gonna camp here, but it's pretty dingy, guys. I'm gonna keep moving a little closer towards home. If you guys remember Lion King, this area kind of reminds me of the bone graveyard or whatever that place was that they were really scared of. I'm not scared of this place, but on this hike I've already seen a lot prettier places to spend the night, so I'm gonna keep moving to the next area. Well, friends, does this look familiar? Guys, this is the sign that we were at earlier. So we came in behind me near this pond, and that is the loop that we just did, 6 miles. So friends, I'm gonna come back a little closer to this pond and find a place to camp tonight. All right, friends, this is gonna be it. Now let me show you around. See this nice little clearing here? We're by the water. Now there might be mosquitoes and stuff tonight, but friends, we have a bug net. See what I'm talking about? This is just such a more beautiful pond than back there. The trees all look good. And that's the final count for the day. 6.11 miles, 13,262 steps. My goal for the day is 8,000 usually. And you can kind of see the loop that we did. Oh, it's nice just to sit here and relax a little bit. Check it out. I got one of these drinks with the Redmond Re-Lyte. I'm going to start having a link to these guys in the description. Affiliate or not, you guys can go check it out because it's a salt drink. They have some electrolytes in there. I froze this overnight, and guys, check it out. It's still ice cold. How good is that? Well, friends, looks like I just hiked 6 miles to end up with this guy chainsawing. So I could have had all the peace and quiet all those miles back, but whatever, friends, we're gonna have the best of it. Hopefully he's just gathering wood and then gonna leave, but I got the tent set up here, guys. I'm gonna start putting my sleeping bag and all that in here to let it fluff up, and then we're gonna get some dinner going. Now, guys, I have videos on this tent. I've used it several times, but it's a lightweight backpacking tent. I bought it, the tent, the bag, and a whole bunch of gear, all on one purchase on Facebook Marketplace. So I have a video. It's called How I Got Cheap Gear and How You Can Too. I encourage you guys to check that out because it was a fun one. I really wanted this chopstick while I was out hiking, but it was kind of buried in my bag and I forgot about it when I stopped to get water. But friends, this little snack here is a prelude to what we're having for dinner. So we're having Asian cuisine. So I really like these little snacks, seaweed snacks. So I'm gonna start with my little appetizers before we get into dinner. These chomps are grass-fed, grass-finished beef sticks. I found if you put a little meat in there, roll it up, you got yourself some beef sushi on the go. Don't kick it till you try it. All right, friends. So there's camp right there, taking you right around the corner because I have a fun surprise. I think you guys are gonna like this. So, not all visitors to camp are bad. Hey. Hey. Look who came. I told you guys we were close to camp. So after that 6 mile thing, we almost made our way back to the campsite. So I have a really fun meal planned tonight. Been talking to you guys about. So Jolene came out to enjoy that with me.
Yeah, I did.
All right, friends, we decided to make just a quick little fire. I don't want this to get in the way of having our dinner because we got to get Jolene back before it gets too late. So I'm gonna go again for the SWS fire starter. I'm gonna get that going, and I'm not even preparing these little sticks, so hopefully it goes pretty smoothly because I don't want to spend a lot of energy on the fire. Let's see, guys, if we can get a lazy man's fire going with the SWS for the win. Pretty cool, huh? I just used that one little bitty deal. And these are just logs. They're not even stripped back at all. Guys, I'll have a link to the SWS fire starters, but look at that. I did not feather stick these out. I just put one under there and we're gonna have a fire. So just a little simple fire, guys. That thing is just gonna give some ambiance. We're out here in the woods. We did forget the marshmallows, but we're gonna be having those another night. So let me show you, I think, the real reason why Jolene came out here. Now, friends, you know how women like their Starbucks, and I think that's really what brought Jolene out here. Every week, guys, I have a different drink, and this week was the Starbucks. So we'll let her have first try on our special drink.
I did choose this one.
That's true.
All.
I was gonna save her some and bring it back, but now I don't have to. But this, guys, is what we're having for dinner. Oops. So we're having Mongolian beef for dinner.
That's nice.
Is it still cold?
Mm-hmm.
6 miles in and it's still cold.
It's sweet.
Really
like
sweet?
Yeah. Try it.
This is fun. I'm gonna try every drink at Walmart, and then I'm gonna have to start going to other stores and trying them. Why did I think it was gonna be milky?
I thought so too. Well, it's coconutty.
That's pretty good. Especially after a long hike. So guys, this is my Ollie Camp stove. I got it with this whole backpacking kit. I got a video coming out of 5 different stoves. I want you guys to check that out. This one's in it. This is a very good backpacking option, but we go through all those in the video. I don't think it's gonna get any more done than that. Let me turn this stove off. Oh yeah. And no, friends, we are not splitting this dinner 3 ways. I brought Walter his own dinner. Come here, Walter. Good boy. You're all eating. We're all eating. Whoa.
What is it?
I wonder if I can still get it. So friends, hopefully that'll show you that you can backpack in some food like this. I kind of got the idea from Outdoor Boys. He vacuum sealed some Panda Express, and I don't have a vacuum sealer, but we picked this up at the frozen aisle, and it was still cold by the time I was ready for dinner. How long did it take you to get here?
5 minutes.
5 minutes from home, friends. So guys, I am only a man, and don't judge me, but I think I'm gonna head home with my wife, you know, be a gentleman and walk her home. I was gonna sleep and have some eggs and bacon in the morning, but honestly, guys, come along with us as I hyperlapse back. I'll show you guys the last little section of the trail via hyperlapse, and then I'll check back in with you guys over at camp. All right, friends, we are almost back to camp. Now, guys, you know, when you saw Jolene, you knew that was the end of the story for me. But honestly, guys, we are literally 5-10 minutes off from the campsite. Turns out we started talking and we really need to leave here at 10 in the morning. I need to catch a shower. And guys, we got to get over to New Orleans. So this is what it's like having a traveling business and trying to do YouTube full time. So the more of you that subscribe and follow along for these videos, the less work I have to do out there, the more I can put it into YouTube. So if you don't mind, subscribing and sharing this video with someone would mean the world to me. Guys, we're gonna get up at camp and wash Walter real quick. So good. So good. I know. Oh boy. Oh, Walter. Well, before it gets too dark, friends, I ought to show you the campsite. So, got some neighbors over there. Got the Dodge Ram, well, Ram now. Got the Jayco set up. And here's our backdrop. We pulled in just in time to get this awesome spot. I got the lakefront over here. Just an absolutely beautiful spot. Again, I sure hope that you guys are enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. Friends, we are speeding home to Colorado. I got a new tent, a hot tent. We're gonna see if we can get out and find some snow and do some overnight adventures. Got some really fun stuff coming up, guys, so make sure and stick around for that. From adventure to the next adventure, be blessed.